Good morning children, Sairam. So in the last science class we had seen our houses and we had a thorough revision of our houses. Right children? The fourth chapter. I also gave you a project, right? To make a small hut from your daily calendar, right? So in this lesson we are going to see in this session we are going to see rocks and soil, and we are going to have a complete revision. Since this lesson has been taken already, I am just going to read whatever is there in the textbooks, plus I am going to give you answers for the question and answers that is in the textbook as well as the textbook questions. Okay children? So first let us start reading the lesson. Rocks and soil. Rocks. The earth is made up of rocks and soil. The earth is made up of rocks and soil. Rocks are made up of tiny grains called minerals. Rocks are made up of tiny grains called minerals. Some rocks are made up of only one mineral, others are made up of several minerals. Rocks are made up of tiny grains called minerals. Some rocks are made up of only one mineral, others are made up of several minerals. Right? So from here you have to see that there are two important points. What are those? Earth is made up of rocks and soil, and rocks are made up of tiny grains called minerals. Okay, these two are very important points here. Next one, some rocks are very hard. Diamond is the hardest rock. Granite is also very hard. Some rocks are not so hard. Coal is not very hard. Chalk is a soft rock. It breaks easily. So here they have given the classification of rocks, right? In the first paragraph we saw that earth is made up of rocks and soil, and in the second paragraph we saw that rocks are made up of tiny grains called minerals, and in the third paragraph we can see that what is the hardest rock and what is a soft rock. So what are the examples of hard rock? Diamond and granite. Okay, and coal is soft rock. Again, chalk is also a soft rock because it can break easily. Okay children? So next one, soil. A long time back there were only rocks on the earth. The action of sunlight, water and wind and changes in weather broke the rocks into smaller and smaller pieces. Over many years, these rocks broke into very small pieces to form soil. So here is the answer for the question, how is soil formed? Okay, so it's quite a big question here which has been given. You can write it in a much simplified manner. Okay, so let me explain. A long time back there were only rocks on the earth. The action of sunlight, water and wind and changes in weather broke the rocks into smaller and smaller pieces. Over many years, these rocks broke into very small pieces to form soil. When plants and animals die, they rot and mix with the soil. Thus, soil is made up of two main parts. One is the tiny pieces of rocks and the other one is rotted pieces of dead plants and animals. So in this soil paragraph we can see that how was soil formed. Okay, soil has not been formed in the earlier stages, but how it has been formed is due to the action of sunlight. The rock gets heated up in the daytime, and when rain pours during the rainy season, it just melts the cracks that has been developed due to the sun, and then the big rock becomes into smaller pieces, and later this is being carried by the wind, and in the meanwhile when plants and animals die, they rot and they get mixed up with the soil. Thus soil is made up of two main components. What are they? They are the tiny pieces of rocks plus the organic matter, that is rotted plants and animals. So what do we call the rotted plants and animals? We call them as humus, right? What do we call them as? Humus. Okay children? So humus is dark brown or black in color. So have you seen the dark black color soil? It is very fertile. You use it mainly for growing plants. So humus is used for growing plants. Okay children? What is humus? Rotted plants and animals are called humus. Rotted plants and animals are called humus. So how is humus? It is dark brown or black in color. So it is very good for healthy growth of plants. It is good for the healthy growth of plants. Now, soils collected from different places have different colors. Some are light brown and some are dark brown. In some places the soil is red. These soils also feel different. So they are different because they are made from different rocks. So as I told you, soil is formed due to the breaking up of rocks and they mix with the rotted plants and animals to form soil. So that is why different places have different soils. So one is light brown in color, another is dark brown in color, and in few places we also see red soil. Right children? Why is this happening? Because all the soil are made from different rocks. That is why. Okay? So did you understand this particular page? Yes? Shall we move on to the next page? Okay. So now we have a small activity here, right? Now in this activity you can notice that small stones. So see, when you take a big transparent bottle and mix water and soil and just leave it aside for few hours undisturbed, you don't disturb them, they will settle down as layers that you can see it in the picture. Right children? What is the last layer of the bottle? It is the gravel. So it has small stones down. So all the heavier particles get down and they settle under the first roof of the bottle. Okay, and next above that you have sand. Okay, so they are larger particles and they can be seen separately. So after sand comes clay. So clay has fine particles of sand and so they settle on top of sand. Okay, so the bottommost layer is called as a gravel. They are made up of small stones, and next we come to sand, which has what? Big particles that can be seen separately, and later we come on to the finer particles, humus, finer particles called the clay, and then you can see small dark brown pieces floating on side of the water called as the humus. So there are spaces between the soil particles. These spaces are filled with air and water. So can you see the spaces between the clay and humus? So that is filled with water and air. Okay children. So you have other two experiments also where you can prove that soil contains air and soil contains water. Okay children. So next we go on to the types of soil. So as we saw, what are the different types of soil? Clayey soil, sandy soil and loamy soil. Yes, clayey soil, sandy soil and the loamy soil. Now let us read. Have you seen a potter make pots? The soil that is used to make pots is soft and can be easily made into any shape. The soil contains tiny particles and it is smooth to touch. It mostly contains clay and such soil is called clayey soil. The soil particles in clayey soil do not have large spaces between them. There is not much air in the soil. Water cannot go through this soil easily. So therefore the soil holds lot of water and it is sticky. So we come to a conclusion that soil, that is clayey soil, is very sticky and therefore it cannot hold both water and air, and therefore plants do not generally grow well in clayey soil. Okay children, so in clayey soil, the soil cannot hold, it holds a lot of water and it is sticky. Okay, so both air and water gets into the, is difficult in getting into the soil and therefore plants cannot grow well in the clayey soil. Okay, and the opposite of this is sandy soil. Since sandy soil has fine pieces, that is fine large particles of sand. So have you seen sandy soil in the beach? Have you gone to beach? Have you touched beach sand? Yes, how it will be? It will feel rough and it is very loose. When air comes, it just flies away, right? So like that, sandy soil cannot hold much water and air, and hence very few plants can grow in sandy soil. Okay, so in clayey soil plants cannot grow, whereas in sandy soil a few plants can grow because it cannot hold much water and air. So loam is a mixture of both sand and clay, so it holds both air and water. And loamy soil is well suited for growing plants. Now let us move on to the importance of soil. Okay, soil is very very important. Okay, plants grow in soil. They take water and minerals from the soil. Thus, soil provides us with food. So soil is a very important factor in the manufacture of food because it holds plants erect, right children? So different plants grow well in different types of soil. Different plants grow well in different types of soil. Rice grows well in clayey soil. Rice grows well in clayey soil, underline, whereas bajra grows well in sandy soil. Bajra grows well in sandy soil. Most plants grow well in loamy soil. Most plants grow well in loamy soil. And manures and fertilizers are added to make it rich and fertile. Manures and fertilizers are added to to make it rich and fertile. And next we have plants can then grow better and give a greater yield. So when you are using a less amount of manures and fertilizers, the plant will grow better and you will have a greater yield. Some animals like earthworms, rabbits and moles burrow and live in the soil. So what are the animals that burrow and live in the soil? That is, so the animals like earthworms, rabbits and moles live in the soil. We also use things from the soil to build our houses. We make cement, bricks and glass from the soil. So what else we make from soil? We get cement, bricks and grass from the soil. Okay children, so did you understand this lesson? Fine. So next we'll go on to the textbook exercises. First one, multiple choice question. Which is the hardest rock? Diamond, granite, coal or chalk? So as you know, diamond is the hardest rock. Which soil is used to make pots? Obviously it is a clayey soil, because clayey soil allows too much of water and makes the soil sticky, so that clayey soil is best suited for making pots. Which soil is used to grow bajra? Sandy soil is used to grow bajra. What do we add to the soil to make it fertile? Manure. So what do we add to make the soil more fertile? It's manure. Which of these animals lives in the soil? So it is rabbit which lives in the soil. So let us move on to the fill in the blanks. Okay. So when rocks break up, dash is formed. When rocks break up, soil is formed. The dark brown or black part of the soil is called humus. The dark brown or black part of the soil is called humus. Dash soil can hold air but cannot hold water. It is sandy soil. Rice grows well in clayey soil. Rice grows well in clayey soil. So next we have match the following. So first one, gravel. Particles can be seen separately. Humus, rotted plants and animals. Sand. So let me repeat. So the first one is gravel. Gravel is made up of small stones. Okay. Gravel is made up of small stones. Humus is rotted plants and animals. Loam is a mixture of sand and clay. And sand is particles can be seen separately. Okay. So next we are going to go to the answer the following questions. Okay children. How is soil formed? Soil is formed when rocks break down into smaller pieces due to the force of water, wind, rain and changes in weather. Soil is formed when rocks break down into small pieces due to the force of water, wind, rain and changes in weather. How will you show that soil contains air? How will you show that soil contains air? Take some soil in a bowl. When water is poured gently over it, bubbles come out. This shows that soil contains air. So take some soil in a bowl. When water is poured gently over it, bubbles come out. So this proves that soil contains air. The third question is, Why can most plants grow well in clayey soil and sandy soil? Most plants cannot grow well in clayey soil because it cannot hold air. Most plants cannot grow well in sandy soil because it cannot hold water. Okay, the last question is, name 3 things that we make from soil. We can make cement, bricks and glass from soil. Okay children, so keep revising all the question and answers and fill in the blanks from the textbook and the notes which I will be giving you later. Learn well, make the best use of time children. Okay, do the project which I have given you. Take care, stay safe at home, make the best use of this time. I'll meet you in the next session. Thank you.